What is up, everybody? It's Sam, and we are back with another episode of Pessimistic at Best, the podcast. And I have my friend Jacob with me. What is up, Jacob?
Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
I'm doing very good. How about you?
I'm good. I'm excited to have you here. We had some sushi. This is nice. Just like a nice little evening at my home. Normal Friday. What did you do all day?
I just laid low today.
I get that.
Did a little
Oh, you
work.
did say you were hungover.
Yeah, I was gonna keep that on the low. But
That's okay. This is a hangover-friendly podcast.
Yes.
I was also hungover, so I get it.
Yes, just
Yeah.
a day for recovery.
I went to sleep around, I think, like 4 last night.
Same.
And then I woke up and I had work at 8:30. It was terrible.
That's a turnaround right there.
And I kept having stress dreams that I wasn't going to wake up on time or that my alarm wasn't going to go off. So then I wasn't even getting good sleep. It was stupid.
That's the worst.
It really is. So what time did you get up?
I think my alarm went off at 9.
Oh, that's early. Why are you setting an alarm?
It's just to keep me in check.
I get that.
And then I woke up and I was just not ready to be awake.
Yeah.
So I think I went back to sleep for a long time.
He stayed asleep until like 11. James did, yeah, which I was like very jealous of. And then I went in and bothered him because I was really hungry and wanted breakfast. We ordered some Ancora. Really good hangover food. But yeah, that was my Friday. And then I worked, which was fine. I worked from home, so it wasn't that bad. But you said you worked a little bit today as well.
Yeah, and just some light email work.
That's always nice.
Nothing too crazy.
That's what Fridays are for. Well, yeah, I'm excited to bring you on the podcast. I learned that you went to boarding school, which is actually really interesting to me. Was that like high school?
Yeah. I was there
didn't
from
know that about
6th
you.
grade to 12th grade.
Okay. So then boarding school, and you said your teachers live there. You also live there then?
Yep.
Is that like you go home on weekends or you're there the whole time?
My mom works there, so I just had a
okay.
house on campus.
Okay.
So I never really left campus, though, for those years.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Where was it?
Minnesota.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah. That's such an interesting experience. I know a couple of people who went to boarding schools. Yeah, I guess it was also for high school. Where'd you go for elementary and middle school then?
I was in Wisconsin for those.
You were? Okay.
Yeah.
Is it as cold as they say in Minnesota? I feel like it's similar.
It's a different kind of cold. Even
Is
when I was
it?
back there, I was like, oh shit, I forgot. It's like, I don't know, there's like different types of Midwest cold. Like Chicago and here even, it's different. It's just like a stale cold, you know? It's not like terribly windy there, but like it gets to you real quick.
I hate being cold.
Me too.
It's
Me
the
too.
worst.
It's probably my least favorite thing.
I also really don't like being hot. I like being right in the middle.
Yeah.
It's good for me.
Honestly, up until like 2 years ago, I felt the same way, but like I would way rather be hot than cold these days.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I'm worse at being hot. I complain a lot more if I'm hot. I can't cool down. That's
Yeah?
like a bad feeling.
Yeah, that's...
But like for me, if I'm cold, I guess I complain then too. I am really good at complaining, but yeah, you can always put another layer on. But when you're hot, like what can you do? You're just hot.
Yeah.
It
Just
kind of
kinda
sucks.
just gotta battle through it. I
Yeah,
guess.
right. Literally.
I don't really sweat though, so it's, I guess, a bad thing because I'm pretty sure you're
And you probably
supposed to.
overheat.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
Yeah.
But, you know,
That's literally to cool you down.
it could be midsummer. I'm still gonna be wearing pants. Like I refuse to
Really?
wear shorts.
I also hate shorts. Yeah, they're not. I don't like summer clothes.
Yeah.
I like fall clothes.
I just wear fall clothes in the summer.
Yeah.
Because I reject the seasons.
I respect that. That's nice to know that I can do that. I didn't know I could make that choice. But yeah, that's cool. I didn't know that. So then when did you move back here?
I just moved back here in the beginning of COVID.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you were in Chicago for a bit too, or were you?
Yeah,
in
for about
Minnesota?
4 years. Yeah.
Okay.
And I had really no intention to come back, but you know, the world had other plans.
Yeah, the world tried to end.
Yeah.
So, Are you planning to go back? I know you're thinking about kind of opening a studio space.
Yeah, yeah. I'm hoping to be back like next month. It's very
very
ambitious,
soon.
very ambitious. But I would love to be back there as soon as possible.
That's cool. Did you bounce back and forth a lot then?
Yeah, yeah. Especially during like when things reopened, I was definitely trying to, stay acclimated in that environment.
Yeah, totally.
But as time goes on, you get more busy and it doesn't happen as much. But
for sure. Well, I'm excited about your studio space. It just sounds really cool. I know that that's a project you're kind of working on getting off the ground right now. Tell me about it. It's exciting.
Yeah, it's called Black Point Studios. It's a multi-faceted artist space. We're going to have a residency for Black and brown artists for 2 months, every 2 months.
So then, okay. So it's rotating?
Yep.
Cool.
And it just gives me a chance to put my director hat on and lead people to success.
Yeah, that's cool. So how will people get to be involved in it?
There's going to be a submission based, but also I'll just be choosing people that I think would benefit the space.
Cool.
But outside of the residency, the space will be open to rent, hourly rate.
Okay, that's cool. So yeah, like multifaceted. Are you also going to be doing like shows out of there and stuff?
I plan to. Well, for the residents, I want to have the show at the end of the residency.
Okay, yeah.
Like primarily at a gallery for their work, or something that might be a little more accommodating for more people. Mm-hmm. But yeah, just little kickback shows and stuff would be really nice to have.
Definitely.
At the studio.
And if you have a space for it, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Well, I'm excited for you. I helped out a little bit. I'm excited. I hope that you get to your goal. But yeah, I think that's a really cool idea. And did you have a studio space before?
I've had multiple studio spaces. But right before I left Chicago, I was just renting. So I go through a site called Peerspace, okay, which is kind of the hub for all of that. And that's where I'm going to be putting Black Point Studios on.
Cool.
Just to start.
Yeah, I feel like, it's so tricky, especially I'm sure in a place like Chicago, it's expensive. Studio spaces are. Yeah. My mom's an artist, and she kind of wants a studio space. She's been doing it out of our house for years, but then she doesn't leave sometimes. So she's always kind of wanted a space. Not at home. And she just is like, even in Madison, they're all so expensive.
Yeah, it's crazy how expensive stuff in Madison is.
Yeah, Madison is really expensive, isn't it? Even like renting an apartment here is the same price as Chicago. I love Chicago. It's definitely on my list of places that I would also consider moving. My office, actually, my company has an office there. It's like a WeWork.
Okay.
So it's not, but they have one there and one in LA. I don't see myself as an LA person. One, I don't like being hot.
Yep, that would be a main problem.
Too hot. And yeah, I just don't think that's me, but that's okay. I think I could be Chicago.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't do LA either. There's too many people. Air quality is not to my standard.
Oh, it's shit. Yeah, it's bad.
Really bad.
It's so bad, and it's so smoggy. I've only actually been to LA twice. It was also like really just like cheap seeming to me. It's expensive, but everything feels cheap. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, I didn't love it. And it was like dirtier than I was expecting. I just feel like everyone talks about like it's so glamorous.
Yeah.
It's not. It's cheap. That's fine.
I think a lot of people who live in LA are really embracing that like main character syndrome.
Oh, 100%.
And so they don't see like all of the stuff that we might see from the outside.
That's true. Well, and it's also so funny because you can't have that many main characters all in the same fucking place. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
They're all competing.
Exactly. And interactions with people is just not genuine at all.
No. And a lot of also like truly like plastic humans, which I'm also not used to seeing in the Midwest, at least.
Yeah, that's definitely not a thing that happens here.
No. But yeah, it's fun to visit. It's a cool place to visit. There's good food. but I don't think I would ever want to live there. But yeah, Chicago's cool. I know a decent amount of people in Chicago. But yeah, I didn't know you were planning on going back so soon. That's exciting.
Yeah.
So then what happens to the music studio? Are you going to keep coming back and forth for that, or what do you think?
Yeah. I want to be like bouncing back from studio to studio.
Yeah.
I love that space.
Yeah.
As you know.
I haven't been in a bit. You got the couch.
Yep.
You met Ruth's dad.
Yes. And then I met Ruth.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's right, on Halloween. Yeah, I used to sleep on that couch as a child.
Oh, I did not know the history of that couch.
Yeah. Has a big hole in it still.
Yep.
I heard he gave you the couch covers as well.
Yeah, but the couch is red and the wall is red, so it actually works out without the cover pretty well.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in there. I haven't been there in a bit. Is it coming together?
Yeah. We still don't have anything on the walls.
Oh yeah,
which I would like to do eventually.
Definitely. He was saying he wants to get some plants, but I feel like, do you guys have enough natural light in there?
Hell no.
I don't think so.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So do you get scared there at night? Because I feel like I would.
I just, you know what? If I still smoked, I wouldn't go there alone.
Yeah.
I would just be way too paranoid.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think I'm okay now. Like there's a couple times I'll just like double check that the door's locked.
Yeah.
And I definitely like now position myself where I'm not like my back's not to like the door.
Well, because you guys you all have headphones on and stuff.
Exactly, and that's the worst part. That's the worst part too. Is like I'm like prime real estate for someone to just kill me.
Right. You won't even know. Yeah. No, I definitely was a little spooked in there, and I think it's hilarious that the bathroom is like, it looks like a park. It looks like an outdoor bathroom.
Yeah.
Inside.
Yes.
Which is unique. Yeah.
It's an aesthetic. They pulled it off. If that's what they're going for, they nailed that.
Yeah, really interesting vibe to go for. But sure, I mean that's nice, and you share that. That's also kind of scary.
Yeah. That's the worst part.
Yeah,
I always think that when I'm in there, like they're gonna like come in.
Yeah, right.
And I don't like that.
No. Does it lock?
It locks. Yeah, it locks.
Okay.
But like they obviously have the key, so it's
That's true. Because what do you guys even share it with? A boat place and what else?
In a bike shop.
Oh, yeah, that's right. James's parents go there. That's right. It's like bike repairs. So then really they're never there during the night.
No, that's the best part.
Yeah. I think I'd be scared. I don't think I'd want to be there by myself. Are you there alone a lot? You go a lot.
Yeah, I do.
You've gotten used to it.
Certainly.
But yeah, that's cool. I mean, how do you manage all these creative projects? You have like a million things going on all the time. I admire that about you.
I don't know how I do it, but it's really like a necessity to me.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm a very scatterbrained person.
Sure.
So just working on multiple projects, honestly, is just like the only way for me to like keep my sanity.
That's fair. Well, what's the main one that's taking your focus right now?
Definitely the Kickstarter and in the studio space.
That's exciting. So yeah, have you been doing a lot of photography recently?
In the last like year and a half, I've been doing a lot of point and shoot work.
Okay.
Which is great. I never like allowed myself to even get into that realm before because it didn't seem sustainable.
Yeah.
You know, as an outlet, but just to be able to like do it leisurely is really nice. So
definitely. Well, I know you used to work for what is it called? Empire?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. And that's like mostly yearbooks or?
That's like everything across the board.
Okay.
We shoot school pictures,
right.
sports photos, graduations, you name it, honestly, anything.
Well, so my question for you, and you don't have to answer honestly if you don't want to. Do you feel like it sucks sometimes to be a creative person? Because I feel this way. And then sometimes you have to get a job like that because it's still your creative outlet, but you don't get to be creative really. School photos are just
very
school photos.
Yeah. Yeah, I have always struggled with that.
Yeah.
It feels like a something. It feels like deep down it's just like against myself. Like
totally.
It feels like it's always a burden on myself, even if it's like you can't not have a job. You have to do it.
Right.
So at least with this job, I got to take photos every day.
True.
And that was the only thing that kept me there.
Yeah. How long did you work there?
For about a year, I think.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I feel that. I mean, it's just one of those things because it's steady, which is good, and that's what you need. But it sucks. It feels like no creative freedom. You're not actually, I don't know. Maybe you get to a little, but it's just cool photos. I always got the blue black backdrop on mine.
Yeah.
Bad idea. I looked crazy. I should have done gray like everyone else, and mine was like one of the only blue ones. I think my mom picked it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they have a lot of options these days.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see that side of it. That was also a good thing about that job is like I actually just got to take photos. I didn't have to like
do the rest.
Edit or sell or anything,
nice.
Which was nice.
Yeah. I was on the yearbook committee. I put some yearbooks together back in like middle school. That was kind of fun. That was a little bit of creative freedom if the teachers allowed it. But it's so hard to be doing your own work sometimes and get paid for it in a creative field. It takes a really long time, I feel like.
Yeah. And even like people who appear to be successful still have to do that. And then, like, I guess they just don't talk about it, which I wouldn't talk about it either.
Right.
But yeah, it's crazy when you see those things. It's like, damn, like you could really be like quote unquote making it and still have to have a job.
I know, and I also struggle with that too because there's a part of me because I work for a marketing agency, which is fun, but it takes up a lot of my time. And sometimes I'm like, I kind of just wish I had like a coffee shop job or something so that I had more free time, and where my job was more like I could just turn it off. If I'm not there, I'm not thinking about it, which I don't feel like I have that right now. I'm thinking about work constantly, but I like what I do, so it's hard. I don't know. It's just tricky. But even like my podcast, I get behind and then I feel like I don't have enough time to work on it. And I always, that's just such a shitty feeling because then I'm feeling like rushed to just create something, which is dumb.
Yeah, that's the worst mind state to be in.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, back to like as a struggle as an artist too, is like when you are working a job, it's like you have to like devote time to make sure that you're staying in tune with your creativity.
100%, yeah.
Which, I don't know, it can put a lot of pressure on. It's like, okay, well, if I work every day, but this day I'm going to make something happen. I'm going to make something on Sunday. So all Sunday you're fucking going like nuts, just trying to like pull those juices out of yourself. And then a lot of times just end up like defeated. And then you have to go back to your job. And then, it all... just a cycle of...
I know, it really is. Yeah. I think it's interesting, too. I wonder about this, because I see James do this. I mean, I have deadlines for, like, my creative outlet, which is my podcast, because it comes out every week. So that's, like, it's happening every week, and I know that. But, like, James, for example, I know that he sometimes, like, sets deadlines by, like, announcing something before it's like done, just so that he feels pressured to work on it. But then if it's cutting it a little bit close, then he just feels like he's just rushing. Do you feel like that happens to you?
Yeah. I do that, and it's something that like I wish I didn't do, but like you almost have to. It's like it's kind of, you have to like manifest it in a way, you know? Like if you don't say it out loud, then only you know about it. So if you have a room full of people who are now like inquiring about it and interested
holding
in it,
you
then,
accountable.
Yeah, the accountability. Yeah, that's a good word.
Yeah, because then sometimes, like I've said, like, well, why don't you just wait till it's done and then say it's coming out next week? And he's like, because then it'll never be done.
Yeah.
So I guess I get that, but yeah, you guys have been having a ton of fun at the studio. I think that's cool. He loves it. I know anytime there's a week when he doesn't get to go that often, he's fucking bummed. So
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like we need to like go in and decorate it more. You definitely need things on the walls. I'm not a big advocate for fake plants, but some greenery in there would be nice. I don't know. We can think about it. You have like what, one window or something? Yeah,
we do. But
I also heard rumors of maybe getting like a
rumors. I love that.
Rumors of, oh my God, what was it? PJ was maybe going to bring his his like little slot machine, and then I heard that you guys were maybe going to get like a vending machine or a gumball machine or something.
I missed out on this
Did
conversation. That would be, see, that's something that would sketch me out. Like, if I came in late one night and there's like a gumball machine, I'll be like, okay, who the fuck is, what's going on here?
Literally. I know, so funny. And like, who's going to be stocking that? No offense. Also, vending machines are like thousands of dollars.
And they're heavy.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to operate one of those.
Yeah. And then you're just putting money into it for a snack. But I mean, that's fine. But yeah, now you have a couch. Have you moved any of the like old furniture out that was left over?
Oh, we moved that desk, one of the desks out.
Okay.
And then all
there
those
were a
like
lot of desks.
really weird like walls that were in the front.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the walls on wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was up with all those?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
They were old though.
Yeah.
I feel like they were there when the space like was originally made.
Yep.
Which could have been hundreds of years ago. Based off the bathroom.
Yeah, right. Literally.
That place is that's a landmark.
Historical. Yeah, no, it is kind of scary. Do you record in the booth or do you just record?
When James is there, I go into the booth. But primarily just like in the room.
Yeah.
Because it's quiet enough, which is nice.
Yeah. Is it like soundproof?
The booth is, yeah, and the general room is pretty good.
Yeah.
Except for if it rains, it's really loud in there.
Oh, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, really bad.
I wonder, if that's like the roof or something.
Yeah, it sounds like a tin roof, but I don't think it is.
Well, at least we're getting to like snowy season, then maybe it won't be so bad.
Yeah, I'm dreading that. I hate snow.
So do I. And like, yeah, you guys don't have, and you don't really have a covered parking spot there or anything.
No.
That's so true.
I have to bring some shovels soon.
Yeah, for real. That's interesting. I wonder if he would make you guys do that. Probably not.
I would have to talk to James about it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have like direct contact with them, man. So
Yeah, that's fair.
So all my complaints go to James.
That's fair. That works. It's always better to have one point of contact. Well, yeah. I mean, I think that's cool. The space is really cool. Are you guys gonna do like shows there or anything?
That would definitely be cool.
Yeah.
We really gotta up our security.
Yeah.
Before I think we have like it open to the public.
That's fair.
But I would like to. That would definitely be fun. There's definitely a space for like a small like tiny desk type situation.
Yeah, it is pretty big. I literally think it's more square footage than my apartment. So, does James record in the booth?
Sometimes, but really not. I'm like the only one who. I mean, it's really just me and James there.
Yeah.
So
Alex goes a lot, right?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
She's been there probably, third like on the list of who's been there the most. She's
Yeah,
definitely
right.
Number 3.
Nice. I like it. Yeah, no, I still think that. Did you ever meet Aaron? You must have.
I think I did.
Yeah, because otherwise can't think of a situation where they would have met without you. But because he makes like a lot of EDM music.
Yeah, yes.
They could totally record together.
I met him here actually at James's birthday party.
Oh yes, yeah.
And we talked about that.
Yeah, he's so funny. It's hard to get him to like play his music for you. I don't know why. He keeps it to himself a lot. But it's really good.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, and it's actually really fun every once in a while. If you get him a little drunk, then he'll put on like a little mini concert in his bedroom when he has really good speakers. It's really fun.
That sounds amazing.
It's really fun. He lives over on like Johnson Street, and they have this big old house. I think his roommate actually owns it, which is kind of cool. I don't think I'm ever going to own a house. Are you going to own a house?
Yeah.
You are?
Yes. I'm already planning on building a house. Like I've already started to draw. And that's why actually I got, one of the main reasons I got into this 3D design. Mm-hmm. Because I want to build it in there.
That's cool.
And then give it to someone who can actually build things.
Yeah, make it happen.
Yeah.
Right. What kind of programs do you do that in?
Blender. Same one James.
Okay.
A lot of people use. It's free. That's the main reason I started using it. And
yeah, that's always nice.
Yeah, and there's just like, I don't know, there's just a lot of people use it, and it's nice to see what you can do.
Mm-hmm. So
But
that's cool. You would do like full 3D mock-ups of like.
pretty much anything you want to do, you just
That's
gotta
sick.
put the time in.
Yeah, that's fair. And have you done the donut tutorial?
I was gonna do it. I have to get the new version because my computer's too old for the new version. But I watched the whole video.
Yeah,
Like
it is really interesting.
I've watched like probably like 30 hours of videos and been like, okay, well, I don't have the correct update, so like I can't do any of this. But now I have all the information just floating around
stored
in my head. Yeah.
Right. For real. Well, that's cool. That is really interesting. That's a lofty goal to build a home, but I think that's awesome. Are you like mostly, I know like for James, for example, he really likes learning by like watching.
Yeah, I'm a visual learner.
Yeah.
I am 100% a visual learner.
That's cool. I think that's a nice way to learn. Then I feel like then you guys are so self-taught all the time.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't know, there's just something about it. Like, yes, I enjoy reading and stuff, but like, there's just something about like watching a video of someone who like really does it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it almost like makes you feel more like comfortable about it.
Totally.
Yeah, I guess I've always been like that. That's why like school was never like easy.
Yeah. School wasn't necessarily easy for me either. I was good at like reading and writing, but taking exams, anything to do with math and science.
Yep.
was pretty much not for me. But yeah. I know when you said that Alex was like studying for a quiz, barf, like I can't even imagine taking a quiz.
Yeah. That's every time she's doing it, I'm like, I couldn't.
That sounds
or
awful.
Even I've seen her write like 10-page papers and I'm like, dude, I couldn't even write a half of a page.
Yeah.
Maybe even a paragraph. I was going to say a paragraph. I don't think I could write a paragraph.
Yeah. That was like the only thing that I could do. I was pretty good at writing papers.
Well, when you're in the flow of it, like when you have to do it like so many times a week,
yeah,
it's easier. But like the second you stop doing it, it's like, damn. You know, a lot of if you have to write a bigger paper, it's like most of this is just repetition.
Oh, totally.
And bullshit.
Yeah.
And when you step away from that and come back, it's like, damn, I don't think I can bullshit myself. You know?
Right.
You know? Like,
yeah, that's so true. Especially when you're just trying to like prove something or yeah, I don't miss doing that. But I like writing as like a creative outlet. That's secondary to talking because I can talk all day. That's why I have a podcast. But yeah, I really enjoy writing. I like reading. I don't read as much as I would like to. I'm in 2 book clubs.
Two, not one, but 2. How did that happen?
Well, actually, James signed me up for one. I was already struggling with my first. I have a book club. I have a book club with my friend group, and we pick books, we set dates, and like we were really good about it during quarantine because, of course, it was just an excuse to like I'll get on Zoom or something. And I had so much fucking free time. I was reading always, especially when I got furloughed from my job. So then tons of free time. And so I was like, yeah, we're going to keep this going. And then we haven't. We'll pick a book and then we'll try and then we'll never meet. And then maybe some people read it. You just never know. So Ruth actually picked our most recent book, but we don't have a date set. I did start it. It's a good one. So I think I'll finish it. And then James signed me up for a book club with his family.
Fun.
So we're doing a book club. I will say I don't necessarily think we all have the same taste in books, but that's fine. We're reading a book right now. I don't remember what it's called. Snow Crash, I think. And it's like about the metaverse. A lot of it's over my head.
Yeah, that stuff can get very tricky.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like me, like sometimes like I'll just space out for a little bit.
Mm-hmm, same.
And then you come back to it and it's like I kind of knew what was going on before, but now where am I? What's going on?
And like the author uses a lot of like he just like makes up words, you know, because it's like not even it's not reality. I don't know.
It's conceptual.
Yeah. So I'm struggling through that one a little bit. But the goal is to finish by Thanksgiving. We'll see. But yeah, I like reading. I haven't been reading as much as I would like. It was actually one of my, I believe it was one of my 2021 intentions was to read more. Do you set intentions?
No, I don't.
I tried it this year, and I think I failed at almost all of them. So
That's like the what do people call them? The resolutions.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I tried that when I was like a teenager, which is probably the worst time to do that.
Right, I'm fucking sure.
And then at a point I was like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Like I just know I'm not.
No.
And then I'm just gonna just be upset with myself more
yeah,
than I already
I know.
am.
Then you feel defeated.
Yep.
I believe the one time that I set a resolution, it was to wash my face every night before bed because I don't usually take my makeup off before I go to sleep, especially mascara. Like maybe I can get myself to actually wash my face, but doing the extra work to take mascara off, I never do it, which is bad for you. And mascara is technically the most toxic beauty product because it's in your eyeballs.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that lasted maybe 2 weeks. So
what's the stat? Like it takes like 40 something days
for a habit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is that to create a habit or to break, or is it?
That's a good question. I feel like it's to build a habit. Also, I guess breaking a habit is also building a habit. Kind of. It's building a new habit in a way.
Just replacing one with the other.
Yeah, with something better.
Hopefully better.
Usually, yeah, right. Well, guess it depends. I one habit that I did break that I must have lasted my 40 however many days. I stopped picking my nails, which was good. That wasn't really a resolution. It was just like a decision.
Yeah.
And it worked out.
Yes, maybe they should call them New Year's decisions.
Yeah, you can actually just decide.
Yes,
to be better. That's nice, isn't it? Yeah, I think one of my other intentions was to cook more, and we didn't do that for you tonight. We ordered sushi, so it's going well.
Yeah,
it's been a great year. But yeah, I can't believe this year. Do you think it went fast or slow? I can't decide.
Pretty fast.
I feel like it went fast because the world opened back up. Like, I don't know how it's already November.
Yeah, I think about that like a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up.
But my whole concept of time is just completely broken, and I don't think it's ever going to be fixed.
That's fair. And actually, I'm pretty sure this weekend we have to set our clocks back or forward or whatever.
Yeah, I saw something that they said they might stop doing that, and I want to find whatever document I will sign. I will sign that because we're
voting for them.
Yes, because who does that really benefit?
Oh, I know.
No.
I'm pretty sure it's like an old thing that they used to do for farmers for crops.
Yeah,
and we're not doing that anymore.
Well, yeah, we're not.
We have, we
can let the farmers do it.
Right.
Like they can live.
They can get up earlier.
Yeah, but
if that's what they want. I know. I hate that. And I'm the kind of person like my car clock stays the same. I don't change it the whole time at all. I don't even know how. So then it's always an hour off, and then I'm always like, oh, I should change this, and then all of a sudden it's March or whatever, and it goes back to normal, which is always nice.
Just stick it out and say you're like, okay.
Right. It's determination is what it is. But yeah, I think that's a stupid thing. I don't even remember which way it goes, but and then it's so depressing because you get done with like the work day and it's pitch black outside.
Yep.
Ugh, sad.
It's very sad.
Yeah, I don't even feel like it's actually that bright in the mornings in winter. Maybe it is for a bit.
Probably like early, but I'm not awake for those hours.
Yeah, same. Are you an early riser? What time did you get up?
Well, you know what time. I got up late today. Today is not an example.
That's fair.
But I like to get up around 9. I try to.
Yeah. I prefer to get up early. If I sleep past 9, I usually feel like weirdly guilty about it for no reason.
Yeah.
It's stupid, but
9 is like the absolute threshold of me like
James would sleep all day if he could. He gets up at like 11 and then logs into work, and I'm like, that must be nice. But I don't even think I would enjoy it because I don't like sleeping in. But you stay up late too.
Very late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that you just are coasting on like 4 hours of sleep all the time, or
I've told so many people 4 hours is perfect amount of time.
Is it?
It really is.
I feel like I like 6.
6, like I'm tired if it's 6 for me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Interesting.
But 4 is like that happy medium.
4 seems like too small. Like, are you okay? But that's interesting. Do you drink coffee?
Yeah, and tea.
Same. Yeah. I hadn't drank tea in a really long time, and then I got sick for the first time in forever. I got a cold, and I probably hadn't had a cold in like 2 years because I've been wearing a mask and staying inside. It was not COVID, which is great, but it was a cold and it fucking sucked. And then I got a bunch of tea, and I was like, maybe I like this better than coffee sometimes. I kind of forgot. It's good to switch it up.
Yeah.
And like, oh yeah, and then I even had caffeinated tea, and I was sick, and I had it at like 9 p.m. and I didn't realize it was caffeinated, and then I couldn't sleep, and then I was sick, and I was awake, and it was bad. But
yeah,
it's sometimes you have to learn those lessons.
Yeah. I remember I used to drink like green and black tea before I went to bed. And then
That's why you only got 4 hours of sleep.
that could have been the cause. And then my roommate was like, dude, you got to stop doing that. And I was like, why? He's like, dude, that has more caffeine than coffee. I was like, I had no idea there was caffeine in this. I mean, I'm sure it says it straight on the label, and I should just know that. But I was like, oh, okay.
That sucks. You're lying in bed like, why can't I sleep? Yeah, I only need 4 hours. Yeah. Yeah, no, I like caffeine. I have a couple of friends who are doing like No Vice November.
Oh, okay.
So they're not drinking anything with caffeine. They're not drinking alcohol, which I admire, but also am not interested in doing. And they're like, yeah, very much cold turkey situation.
That's interesting.
Like, I think I would just pick one, maybe.
Yeah, like all of them. That's like, whoa, major life change just for November. And then I was like, why is it also November? I think it's just because of the assonance of it.
Yeah,
so, like it works, but realistically, November is not the time when you should start making major life changes.
Absolutely not. We're heading into winter.
Yeah, like
this is when you pick up all the bad habits.
Exactly.
Yeah, because we're sad.
Exactly.
And they're turning back the clocks on us. Yeah, so that's nice for them.
Yep. I pray for them.
Yeah, exactly. I know. And then, yeah. Or you do that when you have like your New Year's resolution and you try to give something up for a bit. No thanks.
Yep.
I'm good. I don't know. I don't know what my biggest vice is, but I think mine might be chapstick. I have a very strong addiction to chapstick.
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
I remember I read an article on that.
I can't live without it. And they have like gross statistics about if you're a chapstick wearer, how much chapstick you've swallowed in your life. It's disgusting. It's like several pounds.
Really?
That's so gross. Yeah. So that's me.
So is that always just like circling around?
Yeah. Every time I reach for my chapstick, I just remember that I'm like 2% chapstick at this point in my life. So it's hard to be me.
Hey, it builds character.
Yeah.
someone's got to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you use chapstick?
I try to, especially like now, and my lips are very dry.
I know, it's the worst feeling.
Yeah. And now that you brought it up.
I know, right? We're just like licking our lips. It's terrible. Yeah. I know. Well, my preference for chapstick is Burt's Bees, coconut, and pear. And if you haven't tried it, I highly recommend.
Burt's Bees is the one. Except for this other one I have. I forget what it's called. I know what it looks like, but I don't know what it's called. It's really good, though.
I don't like chapstick brand chapstick, though.
Oh, like the actual, those are terrible.
They're so bad.
For like,
why are you guys the namesake? It makes no sense.
For real, you're not holding up to the standard here.
Absolutely not. Definitely not made up of 2% of that stuff. But yeah, I think that's my biggest vice. But I think it's okay to have those. You know, I stopped picking my nails. I started using chapstick. It is what it is. And here I am. Yeah. Well, do you have plans this weekend?
Not really.
That's always kind of nice.
Yeah. You're going to a show, aren't you? Or is that next week?
Well, we have one this weekend, actually, as well. I don't know if we're for sure going to go. I actually have a funeral to go to tomorrow. My aunt passed away, which is very sad, but she's been sick for a while, so it was like one of those things. But yeah, and then it's my mom's 60th birthday was last week, which is kind of a big one. And I got her tickets to Elvis Costello, which is like,
Yeah.
old people shit, but it'll be fun. And it's at the Sylvie, but we'll kind of have to just feel the mood out because obviously we're going to be sad earlier. So we'll see. But I mean, maybe it'll be like a nice uplifting thing to just go and do. Plus the tickets were kind of expensive, but that it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. We have that show, so that might be fun. And then we'll just kind of have to see. We have another one on Monday. I don't remember the last time I went to a concert on a Monday, but it was a rescheduled one actually from COVID. Do you know Soccer Mommy?
I thought it was just Soccer Mom.
I think it's Mommy, unfortunately, but
It's
not my favorite name in the whole wide world, but she's a great artist.
Hey.
Mm-hmm. It is kind of a strange name. I swear it's Mommy. I feel like I need to look it up now because if it's not, I don't know why I'm saying that. But yeah, we have that show on Monday. And then we have Alex G. He puts on a really good show. It is Soccer Mommy, I can confirm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm really glad that I didn't make that up. But yeah, having a weekend without plans, I don't remember the last time I had one of those. That's always kind of nice. Oh, I meant to tell you, I went thrift shopping in Milwaukee. We should go and do that, all of us, really soon. It was so much fun.
Recently?
Yeah.
Did you go to the place that I told James about?
Yes.
Isn't that place amazing?
It's so great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually wore one of the jackets I got from there last night, and they had so much shit.
Yeah, their women's
huge.
Selection is amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, their men's selection was a little bit small. Yeah, that's where my friend Ruth got her Halloween costume there. She was Kim Possible, as you saw.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys definitely won if there was a contest.
Yeah, well, we didn't, but I agree as well. Sam gave it to the strawberry.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It seems biased.
Yeah, right? Hello, mine was better, but it's fine. Yeah, no, I had a lot of fun. I sort of love Halloween, and I haven't dressed up in a while. James and I also won last time they had a Halloween party, and we went as Team Rocket.
That's a good one.
Yeah. And our cat was Meowth. You're allergic to cats?
I am.
That sucks.
I mean, it's okay.
So what happens to you? Is it just like you get really itchy?
Yeah, my eyes get really like bad, puffy, itchy. My throat gets itchy.
So you could never have a cat, or you could have like
I could have a hairless cat.
Those things look so crazy.
My friend Gabe has one of them.
He does.
And
I've never met it, but I've seen it.
It's the move. I like that cat a lot.
I just feel like they would feel so strange. Do you want to pet them?
I don't know.
They're not soft. They're kind of just wrinkly.
I don't know. Have anything against cats. I just couldn't own one. I can't deal with that many egos in my house.
That's so fair. That is a really good point. Yeah. Sometimes I think I have the biggest ego in this house, but it really depends on the day. And James absolutely has the smallest. In a good way. No, cats are sort of assholes, but I think that's what makes them so funny. I saw this hairless cat one time in a Panera parking lot. It was in a car.
Oh, okay.
And it was in the car, and it was in like the back window, and it had red nails. It had painted nails. Yeah, it was really scary.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nightmares for sure.
Yes.
So yeah, I don't necessarily think I would get a hairless one, but I would be curious to like touch one at least once in my life. We'll see.
I'm sure somebody can make that happen.
Yeah. Well, do you like dogs, or are you allergic to both?
No allergies to dogs.
That's nice.
Yeah, I like dogs just as much as any guy likes dogs.
Everyone likes dogs, yeah.
Yeah. But I'm not like overly excited about dogs or anything.
Okay. That's fair. Good answer. Part of me has always wanted a dog. I grew up, when I was a kid, I'm an only child, but I grew up with 3 cats and 2 dogs. So it was a little bit of a zoo. And then my parents always called them my siblings, of course. At first, like, we got my dog Gracie, and I was like her older sister. But now somehow Gracie is my superior, and she's older than me. It's interesting how that happens, which maybe in dog years is true at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still feel wiser than her. So.
Well, she's a dog, so I would hope so.
Yeah. Well, so you are planning on going back to Chicago so soon. Are you like, are you apartment hunting? Do you know where you're going to go?
Yeah, I've been looking around. I found some cool spots. It's really the only controversy I have with myself is if I want my studio to also be my apartment
Yeah.
or to have two separate spaces.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just really whatever works out perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Ideally, it would be like a really nice like loft where I
Yeah.
get to be upstairs.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
But
I'm
that's
sure you can
pricey.
find
It's pretty pricey for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I found this one, it was perfect, and it was like, oh shit,
expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel that. Yeah, Chicago is kind of expensive. What area of Chicago do you want to be in?
Where I lived before, like Southwest, Pilsen, Douglas Park area.
Cool. I don't really know my Chicago areas, but
It's the best part.
all right, I trust you. Yeah, Chicago is really cool. I haven't been back in like probably a while, probably since pre-COVID. But it's always fun to explore, and I have like I feel like I used to go, and James and I would just do the touristy things, you know. But now that I have more friends who live there, I feel like I get to like see more of the little neighborhoods and shit.
Yeah,
It's really cool.
yeah. I'll have to have you guys come through.
Definitely.
Can show you a little more behind the scenes, the underground, if you would,
Yeah.
of Chicago.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much to do in Chicago too. You know, like
There's
so
endless thing.
many restaurants, bars, fun things, good music.
Great music.
Which is always fun. Yeah. How much more school does Alex have?
A lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine still being in school. Good for her.
Yeah. Yes, I
admire that.
So do I.
Yeah.
So do I really. Like we said before, I couldn't.
Yeah.
Even when I was back a couple days ago, back at my old high school, and just like seeing people, and I was like, wow, I used to do this.
Yeah, right. For fucking real. Yeah. Did you like being in boarding school? I guess it's like you probably didn't really know a difference, but.
Yeah, I mean, it was really interesting. I got
Yeah.
to meet a lot of cool people, see a different part of the world.
Definitely.
But just school, especially specifically high school in general, is just not my
Yeah.
vibe.
A very odd time in everyone's lives.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
What did you guys do while you were back? You said you were there for 2 days.
yeah. I taught a photography class, did a little workshop, and then had some presentations.
Nice.
For my Kickstarter.
That's cool.
Got to.
I didn't realize that was part of what you were going down there for. That's awesome.
Yeah. Just got to talk about my process as an artist and the journey, how you can get there. Yeah, I would like to do it a lot more.
Definitely.
When I get back to Chicago, I'm gonna definitely look for that.
Cool.
Because teaching is like a really important thing to me, and just to be in a spot where in life is nice, where I can teach and not have a teaching license is really cool.
Yeah.
Because I don't really do that.
Yeah.
I want to be a like my goal, like 50s. I would love to be a professor.
Nice.
And yeah, it would just be so fun.
Definitely. Have you ever put on like your own class or anything like that?
No, but that's what I also want to do at the studio.
Nice.
Like I really want to have start teaching my own workshops.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'm fully capable of it.
I think it would be a great space. I mean, yeah, it's just like sharing your knowledge and like the skills that you've built.
Yeah, and everyone can use that. I mean, like getting started in something can be really hard.
Yeah.
And
Especially creative field. I mean, it's just so hard. Even my mom, she's like a mixed media artist. Actually, those right there that I'm pointing to, which none of you can see because you're listening. Those are hers. And she does a bunch of it's like mixed materials. She like draws the little people, but like obviously some of those chairs and stuff she's cut out of like magazines and then she paints on them. And she went to Milwaukee for college and like went through their arts program. Fully wanted to be an artist. Like that was 100% her plan. And then, yeah, I mean, it's just not obviously steady all the time. So she ended up getting a job when I lived in Milwaukee. She was like a buyer for a bookstore. She did that for forever. And then we moved here for my dad's job to Madison. And then, so she had to quit her bookstore job and it took her a little while, but then she kind of decided that she was just going to try and get back into painting. And now I would say she's doing really well, but like it just takes so much time to like get kind of a rhythm going. You also have to be really disciplined, I feel. And then she eventually, it took her a little while to start doing this, but she eventually started doing like art shows, like art fairs and stuff. And then sometimes she'll do gallery stuff, but obviously like galleries hold your work for a long time. So sometimes my mom has a hard time with that because she's like, doesn't want to leave it hanging somewhere. But yeah, and now I think my dad really wants to retire. So then they'll kind of be able to do more of them and maybe go down south in the winter and kind of do some and travel with it a little bit, which I think will be very fun for them. But I think it's just like, it can be hard to almost like, you really have to like take a leap of faith in order to do that because it's not steady all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a big thing that might be misconstrued about like being an artist is, I mean, if you've been doing it your whole life, it looks easy to some people. And
Yeah.
like, okay, I could do that too. But like, you really are playing with your life in like the most like non-intense way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of, I think that's why we do it though. It's like, it's just very thrilling. It's
Totally.
like I'm making the most out of the life that I want.
Mm-hmm.
And it's either going to work out or it's not, but like I'm willing to jump into that pool.
Yeah, definitely. You might as well enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I think too, that's what's cool is like then you can kind of do things like workshops or like some things like Sam Christensen does a whole bunch of that shit.
Yeah.
Which also helps make ends meet too. And then you're still doing what you love and just kind of sharing it with others. That's nice. That's all I can really ask for.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of cool. Like sometimes it also takes a little bit of, I don't know, just thought and like how else I can like make the most out of something like that, which is cool. But that studio space sounds like it's going to be awesome.
It definitely will.
Yeah. That's exciting. So then you're going through that thing. Do you have a location yet?
I have locations in mind, trying to stay central in the city so everyone can get there.
That makes sense. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a process. I'm trying to, like at this point in my life, like I'm trying to really do things as professionally as I can, which means just taking things slowly and like one step at a time, which is hard for me because I like to do everything at the same time.
Totally.
But as I've learned the hard way, it's just not worth it to do that.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's easy to get carried away in all those things, but then yeah, you get spread thin real easy. So.
Yeah.
But that's exciting. Well, how can people support this project?
I have a Kickstarter.
We'll put it in the show notes.
Yep. You can get there through my Instagram, which is Blackbirds, BLACKBIRRDS.
We'll also put that in the show notes.
Or you can just go to Kickstarter and type in Black Point Studios and make a contribution there, which would be very, very appreciated. There's about 6 days left at this time that we're recording this.
Yeah, it's the last week.
Yep, it's crunch time for me.
And you're close.
Yeah, I'm very close. We'll make it there. I know. I have faith. I have a website, leeoculus.com, LEEOCULUS, sorry, .com. That's what you can reach me. Direct message, or you can. There's a link on my website if you have any questions, and then it'll go to my email.
Yay! Yeah, no, that's awesome. Definitely support this project. I think it's gonna be really cool. I can't wait to come see the studio space myself for some cool event that's gonna be happening, obviously. But yeah, thank you for joining me on this podcast.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's been a great time.
Well, we'll have to do it again soon. It's funny because, I mean, obviously, I have this little Negative Nancy podcast thing going on, but I feel like you don't complain. Are you a complainer? I can't picture you complaining very much.
I think I got it, like most of my complaining out of me at a younger age. I just kind of go like, let life happen at this point. There's really nothing you can actually control.
Yeah.
Too much,
It's true. That's why I complain about it. That's how I take back my power. But yeah, no, I respect that. But yes, thank you for joining me, and definitely check out the show notes to support that project. And thank you guys for listening, and I will chat with you again next week. Another cathartic convo in the books. I feel better. How about you? Thank you so much for listening. Now I just want to jump on here and say, don't forget to follow and or subscribe to the pod on your favorite streaming platform for new episodes every single week, because I know you can't get enough of me. Additionally, if you want to gain access to exclusive episodes and behind the scenes bloopers and lots of other goodies, join our Patreon and support the pod with your hard-earned American dollars. You can find the link in our show notes, or you can also visit us at patreon.com/pessimistic@best. And of course, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at pessimistic@best. And if you're as obsessed with me as I am with you, you can find me at Sam Georgeson on all platforms. And last but not least, I'd like to give a special shout out to my podcast editor and producer, the love of my life, James Arbai, whom I literally could not do this without. So thank you, James. I love you so much. And thank you guys for joining me again this week. I love you too. And I cannot wait to chat with you again soon.